Welcome back. In the previous lecture, we understood how do we use grouping as a part of the aggregations. Now, we will go one step further and understand how do we use window functions as a part of the aggregations. By the way, what is window functions? As the name itself suggests, we are specifying different windows. What are those windows? We'll understand that in a bit. Window functions are usually used to carry out some unique aggregations by either computing aggregation on a specific window of a data that is defined by us only. How are we defining that? Let us understand that. Window specification, which we are saying, is important one in the window functions, because the window specification determines which row will be passed into the function. When we take an example, it will be a bit more clearer. Now, we have understood already group by. Now, what is the difference between the group by and the window function? When we take the group by, what happens is every row, visualize, we are grouping together the different columns and performing the aggregations like count, sum, average and that. Each row would become a part of only one group in group by. On the other hand, each row can become a part of different windows in window functions. That is the important difference. If we take this example, let us say we have this data frame. In this data frame, city name is Los Angeles, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Mumbai, Delhi, Chennai. The day is first, second, first. Now, when we define a window, within window there are something called frames, first frame, second frame and third frame. In this window function, what may happen is this row can be a part of this window as well as this window. So, there is no hard and fast rule that one row should become a part of only one group. That is only valid in group by. But in case of window function, we can include each row as a part of the different windows. For example, in this case, you want to go on relaying what is the average temperature of a particular city on hourly basis. Let us take an example. Here we have only LA here. Okay, this is the first hour. I'll say day, first hour, second hour, third hour, fourth hour, fifth hour. Now, in the first instance, these two will form a window. After that, the temperature is, let us say, 45 degree Fahrenheit. Let's take an example, 55 degree Fahrenheit. So, this average would be these two. Now, if I say 65 degree, so all these three things should become a part of this. So, that way, once we define a window, depending upon that, each row can participate or become a part of different windows. Spark supports three kinds of window functions. One is ranking function, analytic function and aggregate function. Just remember that and use them as and when they are needed as a part of your project. But how do we really go about whole thing of this window function? It looks a bit complicated, right? Very simple. Let us make it easy for you. First step in window functions is defining the window itself. What should be the part of the window? Okay, windows are whatever we have discussed: frame 1, frame 2, frame 3. That is frame 1 of window, frame 2 of window, frame 3 of window. So how do we define that? Here if you see, first thing is, please go ahead and import that window which is as a part of the window package itself. Now this is the name of the window. After that, say partition by. Partition by doesn't mean that we are going to split the data the way we have discussed earlier. Partition by is just that how are you going to categorize the data, group the data. That is what the partition by here means. Then order by. This order by specify how the rows are ordered within the partition. Then the last one, rows between, is the way you are specifying which row can be a part of which window. In this case, we are specifying window unbounded preceding and window current row. That means to say that from every time, let us say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every time, as and when the record comes into picture, this is the part, this is the unbounded preceding and the current row. This is the unbounded preceding, next the current row is this, next the current row is this, next the current row is this, and next the current row is this. You got to take care of all these things while defining the window. Once you complete the window, what should we do? Why are we specifying the window? We are specifying the window to do an aggregation on that. Next step for a window function is to use the window specification and perform the aggregation on that window. Right? We have already understood what is window in our previous slide. Now, next step is on that window perform the aggregation. Aggregation can be some average maximum. I already took an example of calculating the average temperature every hour. In this case, we are trying to get the max of the quantity every hour over a window which is specified. Wonderful. We understood window functions as a part of aggregations. Thank you.